In the previous clipping we saw what is a federal state like, what is a federal government, what are the features of a federal government. So, here we shall see now why India is called a federal country. What are those features here in the country which make it a federal state? First of all, the list system that we have. The list system means in India, there is a division of power between the union, state and the local governments, and that is being properly defined in the union list, state list, concurrent list, and rest of the powers or rest of the subjects fall under the category of residuary powers. Now, list means in the union list all those subjects which are of national importance fall under the category of the union list, wherein only the union or the central government can legislate or make laws. Then is the state list. The state list wherein those subjects which are of the level or importance of a state, that actually falls in the category of the state list. Then is the concurrent list, wherein both the union and the state make laws, but if there is a difference of opinion, then it is the union government's opinion which supersedes, which has to be accepted than the wishes of the state government. Now, few subjects come cropping up every now and then which are new, which were not there earlier. Example, as I said, was of the computer software. So, these fall under the residuary lists. So, there is a proper division of powers, listing of powers in India which fall under the category of union, state, concurrent and the residuary powers. Now, as I said, if I ask you, supposing the Himachal Pradesh government wants to make in few changes in their education system, that is, it does not like particular books, it wants to change, it wants to have a system of education which is different, then do you think the union government, if it feels that that education policy is not right up to the mark, can it interfere there? Yes, it can, because education falls under the category of the union list. But if you take another example, wherein supposing a government, a Jharkhand government, wants to make changes in its police system. It wants to have a system which is different from other police that they have in the other states. Then can the central government act and interfere and force the state government to follow a particular procedure or a particular setup? No, it cannot, because police falls under the category of the state list. So, it cannot dictate there, because the police is meant for that particular state and not for the entire country. Next, since ours is a federal state, and that too, what kind of a federal state we have, wherein lot of small provinces, lot of states have joined together, have come together and they have made a big federation India. So, here some of the states have to be given little more importance and some of them get little less power depending upon the size, population, historical background and so many other factors. Now, here some of the states of India enjoy some special status which are not given to other states. For example, nobody can buy land in Jammu and Kashmir unless you are the resident of that state. And this differentiation has been done because of the historical backgrounds. this special status which has been given to them is because of the past history that we have about how this state confederated, how this state actually joined the main confederation, the federal state of India. Maybe that was a promise made to that particular state. Now, some states are very small, that is, they can be termed as union territories, like it could be Chandigarh, Lakshadweep. So, they have small population, small area, so they cannot be given huge powers like that of a big state like Uttar Pradesh. So, therefore, they have been given powers which are less, which are little less than what the other state governments enjoy. This is just because of their area, their population, and nothing more than that. Now, if supposing the governments, it could be the central government, it could be the state government, which wants to make a change, an amendment in the power sharing, it is not that easy, because if it was that easy, then maybe the union government would grab all the power and would become a kind of unitary government, would become all very powerful. But here, whenever such an amendment has to be done, at least 2/3 majority has to be taken into account to bring about this kind of change if required in the power sharing. So, it is just not easy to bring about any change. Another feature is that judiciary acts, safeguards all the provisions and sees to it that there is total peace in the country, there is no overlapping, there are no conflicts, and if at all they are there, then judiciary is there to resolve all these conflicts. These conflicts could be in terms of state versus state, state versus the union government. So, the judiciary interprets as to which government is actually right or wrong.